Two girls, no fights. Two girls, no fights.
Doobie doobie dop dop dop. Oh! Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to Two Girls.
No fucks.
And this week we are...
Reading our diaries.
Yes! It's always funny. I know people read diaries all the time, but you haven't read ours.
No, and also, coincidentally, we both have our childhood diaries from, like, very long ago. And this came up when we were hanging out one time, and we started talking about how hilarious these entries are when you get to look back at them 20 years later. So we thought we'd share them with you you can laugh with us, at us, grow, learn.
Yeah.
Or learn something new.
And we also realized that I realized reading mine recently that now that I'm reading them at this time in my life, I'm realizing a lot of the reasons why I am who I am. You know, the shit that happens when we're young, even if it seems insignificant, it really shapes us, and it's really funny because it makes me go, oh, fuck, that's why I'm so weird about this shit. That's why I'm so weird about that shit.
And how we perceived events that happen. This is really, providing a little bit of, awareness into how, somewhat normal life events, or just how, I perceive them how just, say, my parents' divorce, my siblings doing this or that, and, how, when you're younger, the world revolves around you. So, it impacts you in such a significant way. And it's kind of interesting to see, oh, I really took that in a different way than maybe it was the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
You know? But I was a kid, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Here's mine. It's got some crayons on it and a nice little lock that I never quite understood because it just pops open. I guess the key for it worked at a certain point, but I think I lost that pretty quick. And my diary is dated December 26th, 1994.
And my first entry is dated March 31st, 1990.
So we're going to just randomly...
You're going to go randomly. I'm going to go in order just because I'm a fucking psycho.
Okay. Because I feel
if I skip around, it's going to make me twitch.
So you want to go page by page?
I mean, we're going to do this, not every week, but we're going to do this. We're going to bring this back up on the regs, hopefully. And so I want to go in order just because I want to really milk everything out of this little...
Okay, well, I'm gonna...
I'm
gonna thumb through a bit because some of them are just, very bland observations of activities that are happening around me, and I really put no part of myself into the entry of, how do I feel about it or anything, so it's pretty uninteresting, but I'll find the good ones. And we're gonna do that. But we'll go chronologically.
I mean, I saw one that was pretty feisty in there.
So we'll go chronologically, and then...
I saw something.
Build up over
I'm hoping
time.
you'll say something. Okay. Mine is called Journal Intime, by the way, because I'm French, and the pages are scented naturally. Get a whiff. It's like your great aunt's perfume that has been in a bottle.
Brings me back to
your great aunt that puts plastic over her furniture. That's her perfume right in here. Okay.
You want me to go first? Do you want to go first? No, I think you should go first. Yours is going to be juicier.
Mine is a really weird mix of I'm gonna say this now because you're gonna find out anyways. But I started being sexually active when I was really young. That's a whole other story. I'm okay with it. Nobody feel bad for me. But the entries are really interesting because some of them are very childlike in what I was concerned about, and then some of them are very I'm trying to hook up, which is really weird and interesting and cool.
There you go.
But here's my first entry. March 31st, 1990.
Everything. Wait. 1990. What is the age frame here?
I'm born in 1978, 88, 98. What is it? I'm terrible at math. I'm in 1978. I'm born.
I go by what grade were you in? Were you in school? You were 10, 11. You said.
I was 10, 11.
Okay.
I must have been. Yeah, because I had my Anyways, okay.
10ish.
And go. Which will make the next entry really weird that I was 10. Anyways, okay. Everything's going wrong. I don't have a best friend anymore because Karine and Lisanne are becoming best friends. Rude. I asked my mother to ask Bill Barkovich, family friend, to try and get me some backstage passes to New Kids on the Block. It's not that I want backstage passes. It's that Patsy and Fanny, my cousins, have already gone to see them, and if they don't get a backstage pass, they don't want to go. And my mother said, if they don't go, I don't either. But my mother just asked me if I wanted to go with Diane, my sister, and I said yes, so I might be able to go after all.
Oh.
But these aren't my only problems. My other one is that to replace my best friend, I wanted to ask Rachel. The problem is that she was at Marwa's house. The first time I called, Marwa said she was in the bath. The next time I called, she was sleeping. But I had told Marwa to tell Rachel to call me. Now don't tell me that before Rachel went to bed, she didn't have time to call me.
I
Bam.
mean, you weren't letting people push you around, that's for sure. But let's just take
It's
a
all in
little
the book.
bit more of a deep dive into, what is it, Bill Barkowitz?
Bill Barkovich.
Did I get that right?
Bill Barkovich.
Yeah, he could get you backstage passes to
Yeah, who was this
NKOTB.
guy? I know, right?
What?
My dad had cool friends.
That's amazing. But
I know,
so
you're
what
right,
did
I never
happen?
even-
Did you go to the concert? Do you remember? You had to remember if you go to a New Kids on the Block concert.
No, I did not.
Oh.
That's a good question. I did not, unless I've completely forgotten, which could be the case. You know, I am 42. You never know. But
You wouldn't have forgotten that experience, I don't think.
yeah, my entire bedroom was a New Kids on the Block. Like
Snack break.
oh my god.
Jay.
Sorry about it.
Oh
Is
my
that
god.
broccoli? Broccolini?
Okay. Did you smoke marijuana?
What is that? Like
Nothing's
garlic? What is
gluten.
that?
I don't know. It's so great.
Okay.
Asparagus?
Real quick.
Oh.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Cauliflower. Vegan.
This podcast is catered.
One sec. Vegan and gluten-free barbecue sauce with chickpea flour with other little
Amazing.
spices, including that.
That's
Broccoli,
incredible.
lime oil, bison,
Oh, bison.
potatoes,
Yeah.
and bean
Just
sprout.
fuck around. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, I thought we had a lower budget than this, but I'm okay with it.
What was
So,
I
yeah,
saying?
Bill
Oh yeah,
Burr.
so my bedroom was New Kids on the Block. I'll have
Yeah,
to show photos
course.
at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Bedspread, dolls. I had posters. I had the slippers. I had the sleeping bag. I had the t-shirts. I had, I think, over 25 t-shirts. It was ridiculous. And my favorite one was Donnie Wahlberg.
Nice.
Big time crush.
I
You were
wasn't-
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. This is the thing. I don't know if this is a thing for you and your friends, but like I wasn't allowed to like Nick Carter because my friend Melissa already did. My
Oh.
best friend Melissa. So I wasn't allowed to like him. So I had to pick between like Brian, AJ, Howie, or Kevin. And I was like, I don't like any of those ones. And I was like, I guess I'll pick like AJ because he was like kind of cool.
You have to go around pretending you love AJ.
Yeah, but I didn't. And same with the Spice Girls. I wanted to be Posh Spice, but my friend was like, "No, you're Sporty Spice." And I was just like, "Well, I want to be Posh."
You're pretty
Spice."
sporty though. That's what you get.
Yeah, but like, bit of a follower I was back in the day. Like, come on, just stand up for your goddamn self.
In the mirror every morning, I am Sporty Spice. I am Sporty Spice. I am Sporty Spice.
AJ's the hottest one.
I love AJ. I am Sporty Spice.
Anyway,
Anyways, okay. Love that for you.
so I'm just gonna like thumb through because like
Yeah.
snooze fest over here.
I mean,
This is gonna be really sad.
yeah, we're here for it.
Oh my
If
God.
you cry after this,
No, it's
in the
just sad
comments,
to
just let us
read.
know.
Okay, it says Tuesday, December 27th, 1994. Today, everyone is being butts. Everyone hates me.
Oh,
This is written in cursive, by the way.
I love that.
Which, I mean, I'm very sophisticated at, I think, like 10 years old.
Yeah, fountain pen.
I mean, out of my way, I'm writing in cursive. Like, I could have printed
Did you ever
this
want a fountain pen? So you could write in cursive even better?
and be like the old-timey, like a feather.
Yeah. To my deepest love.
Calligraphy. I
Yes.
always wanted to do that because I feel like people would take my writing more seriously. Okay. I miss my real dad. He gave me a picture of him and it's in a locket. When I opened it for the first time, I started crying. I'm crying right now too, so that's why my writing is messy.
Aw.
Sincerely, me, and I put a little sad face.
That is so sweet.
That's sad.
I love that. I don't love that you were crying, but I love
Yeah.
getting to know you like that.
So little me was like,
yeah, of
trying
course.
to just like navigate parents divorced and could only see my dad every so often and like.
Of course, that makes a lot of sense. I can't even imagine what it would be like to not have my dad growing up.
Definitely there's a lot of turmoil in this bad boy. And I think, and a lot of it has to do with divorce. Divorce really impacts kids a lot. At least it did for me. And I felt like a lot of times my siblings and I just tried to power through and act like it didn't bother us.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when your parents got divorced?
I was like 2.
Oh, yeah.
So I barely remember them being together. But I grew up in the part of the relationship where I was being like every other weekend I might see my dad and then he moved away and then and it's hard, that's all, and it and it affected me throughout my entire life, and now I can say that, whereas before, for especially my 20s, I would be like, that didn't bother me at all, and I'm fine. Fast forward like 5 really horrible relationships later and learning that, oh, I don't know how to be in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen it.
That's so crazy. It's funny, we know each other so well, but it's just through reading our diaries that it's like you realize so much more about like where you were coming from.
It's really interesting to have a time capsule that kind of captures your childhood thoughts and feelings and events. Not everybody probably has that.
Go get your kids some diaries.
It is handy.
They're like, what's this? It's fucking... this is not a tablet.
Like, we were ahead of the curve. We were journaling before we knew that people should journal.
Yeah.
We were journaling our little hearts out.
Well, the funny thing, too, is, even as a life coach, I tell people to journal all the time. And I do journal, but never as religiously as I did over here. I need to channel this kid and journal.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
It's so fucking valuable.
Okay, let's pick up the mood a little bit.
Yeah, let's
go back into
okay.
Kimmy's life.
Let's go into my slutty entry, the next one, because now I was worried about New Kids on the Block, and here's where I just derail for a moment. April 9th, 1990. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm in need of a boy. Michelle, Jacob, for God's sakes, even Richard. Well, maybe not Richard.
Poor Richard.
But any boy. I know. I honestly don't remember who Richard is. I do remember Michelle and Jacob. I'll tag you motherfuckers in this video. Michelle.
Nice.
I did end up kissing both of those. Michelle and I took it a little bit further, if you know what I mean, later on in life. That's for another day. Anyways. Maybe not Richard, but any boy. I just want to French kiss a boy. I feel like I have a big knot in my stomach, and I need to ask someone to find me a boy, and fast. Boom. That's it for that entry. What a cliffhanger.
That is a good one.
I mean, yeah.
You just wanted to, like...
French kiss.
You wanted... Specifically, that's what you wanted, was to French kiss.
I guess. You know what the funny thing is that
Had you French kissed before that?
I had not.
So you just wanted...
Not yet. And then I read this, not recently, but like in the last few years. And in my head... I had confabulated the idea that I first kissed. My first kiss was with Jean-Francois, whose name is written all over this.
Yeah.
He was my first boyfriend. I was quite young, but I remember when him and I first kissed. It was on a corner of a dirt road, very romantic, lighting, boom, scene set. But that was not my first French kiss. My first French kiss was playing barbecue tag. Did you guys have barbecue tag?
No.
So in Quebec, tag barbecue is when you play tag. There's probably another name for it here. We can't be the only delinquents playing that.
Freeze tag, but I think
you tag somebody, and if they catch you, you have to kiss. You have to French kiss. And so my first French kiss was a boy, my friend Céline's brother.
French kiss?
Oh yeah.
Not even just a peck?
No, it's called barbecue tag. It's got to get spicy. It's hot. And he proceeded to roll his tongue, like he licked the outside of my mouth and then darted in and out of my mouth. I remember it now vividly. Not a great first French kiss impression.
I can tell you
Ugh.
that I've never heard of barbecue tag.
If you have heard of barbecue
Please
tag,
comment below where you're from in Canada or North America, anywhere.
You know, we're pretty loose in Quebec, I'm not gonna lie.
Tag barbecue.
Tag barbecue.
Tag barbecue.
Yeah. And there's an entry in here that I won't spoil because we're gonna do this again, about a really weird fucked up barbecue tag story. Like, nothing like traumatizing, but kind of really weird. Anyways.
All right.
Okay.
Barbecue tag. Watch out for that one.
Watch out if you hear your kids talking about barbecue tag.
The thing that
they're French
happened
kissing.
in like our younger in school and stuff around that time was like boys would run up behind you and snap your bra. And if you didn't have a bra, it was super embarrassing. Like that whole period of life. Like all of that is so like cringy.
Yeah.
Like all of that stuff. Like when you think about like maybe rose-colored glasses of when you were younger and maybe going back to the simpler times. But I just remember it was just an endless like misery of awkward, embarrassing,
Oh yeah.
horrible things
Oh,
that
yeah.
were happening. Like all of that was just so incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
And I'm like a shy, introverted person too, and it was just a constant nightmare. School a lot of the times I did not enjoy because of like the bullying and the relationship stuff, like the friendships. It's just a lot. It's a stressful place.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, bullying is back then especially was like, I know it's harder now because there's the internet and what you can really, if you're going to bully somebody, you go hard and bully them, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But it was different back then because there was also like, it wasn't talked about as much. So you just endured bullying.
Yeah.
It was just like
part of
the growing up. It was like the
part of the
hazing
experience.
process of being a fucking
We
kid.
actually had in middle school, so in grade 7, tell me if you've had this in your school. So we had like elementary school, middle school, high school, and in grade 7, once you leave elementary school and you're just like this little innocent dumb baby, like so.
I wasn't. I was a slut. For sure. Anyways.
I was an idiot, dumb, innocent, like just
Yeah.
I was still playing with Barbies.
Aww.
Yeah, like quietly, like my mom was
Tender.
trying to give them away and I was hiding them and stuff. I still had stuff down, like just, just sad. And then, so I went to middle school and there was a day in middle school called Gummer Day. And that's when everybody picked on the grade 7 new kids. And you just like push them into lockers and just like threw gum in their hair and like threw garbage at them and like just made fun of them. And it was a thing. Like it was like it was a widely known
Teachers
thing.
are shoving kids into the fucking lockers.
Mind you,
there
like,
you go, you fucking punk.
I went to a middle school where when I walked up on my first day, there was kids sitting outside of the school smoking cigarettes and like
That was me.
it was I was wearing an Elmo and Grover.
You're so
T-shirt?
cute. I would have gotten you smoking for sure. Fun fact, I was 11 when I started smoking and I convinced all my friends to start smoking as well. And then I quit and they're all still smoking. So bad. So I was like, oh, you were inhaling?
Yeah, oops. I did also try smoking around that. That was the time that you did it. Like we went into the backfield and then
Yeah.
I smoked a cigarette backwards without the filter and just coughed all the way
Rookie
home.
move. I love
Yeah.
that.
It took me a while to fall in love with smoking, but when I did, it was a good time. Those are some
it
good
was a
years I
bond.
had, yeah. No
Did you ever
more.
smoke prime times?
I don't think so.
Grapes?
Oh, yeah. Like, that's like child baby stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read another entry.
Wait, no, it's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I know,
Greedy bitch.
You can't even, mine are so, like, uninteresting that you forget if I've
No,
even read them or
no,
not.
we got talking.
Let's just see if I can find something a little bit better.
I'm peeking because I see some gold sometimes and she skips right through it. I'm not going to lie.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we talked about French kissing,
Yeah.
and I didn't tell you my story.
Yeah.
So my first French kiss, and I remember it like it was yesterday because it was horrible. It was like my first kiss ever, and it was with Truth or Dare.
Oof.
Yeah, it was not good. And wrote about it in my diary.
Fuck yeah.
Never forgot
What are the
it.
odds?
It's one of those things where I still, if I think about it when I'm in the shower, like I just like shiver and I'm like, oh. So I was going out with this boy, and so my best friend at the time, I say best friend because it was a very frenemy scenario because like, she wouldn't let me like Aaron Carter, she's controlling my life. So I was dating this boy, and it was like in grade 7, 8, and so she dared him to French kiss me because she knew I'd never kissed a boy. So it says, I went out with Walter and had my first French kiss with him. I dumped him later on because I didn't like it. I wanted my kiss to be special, and that was not! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It was a dare. I'm so
Rude.
mad.
Did you know it was a dare?
Yeah, because we were all sitting there.
Oh,
She's
you-
like,
oh, yeah,
I
you were
dare
playing
you in
truth.
front
Got
of
it.
everybody. And he's like,
Okay.
bleh, 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 and then,
Darting.
and I was horrified. And then I write, I haven't had my period and I'm getting mad. Because I haven't had my period, like, ever. This is
Yeah.
not like I haven't had my period yet and I'm PMSing. Like, everyone around me at that time was getting their periods and the girls were so mean. They'd be like, you haven't had your period yet?
Yeah, shout out Big Mouth
Girls would be
for
like-
hormone monsters.
Yeah, they'd be like, we use pads, we use tampons, like, talking about stuff like that. And I'd be like,
Aww.
Melissa
Yeah.
and Steph had theirs, and I feel left out.
Oh.
Well, bye again, and then I
I
drew a
love
picture
that.
of the devil.
Oh. Well, bye now.
Well, bye now.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Your devil looks joyous, joyful.
See, I feel so validated because I've
Yeah.
had the same feeling about that French kiss for like 20 years, and looking back,
Still
it's like,
same.
yeah, it effing sucked. If you got your first kiss, by a truth or dare, comment below. Share your horror stories. Let's just bond over this trauma bond.
We'll see how many people got their first kiss playing barbecue tag.
Yeah.
Hashtag barbecue tag. Versus how many kids got their first kiss.
Truth or dare.
Truth or dare.
So,
I think truth or dare might win. Just
tag
because
barbecue
Tag barbecue.
or truth or dare. First kiss.
Okay. April 10th, 1990. This is the next day. April 9th, I was looking for a French kiss.
Mm-hmm.
April 10th, this is the fucking shit I was worried about.
Oh dear.
Today, I'm very mad at my brother and my mother. It all started when Wendy, a friend of mine at school, gave me a photocopy of Garfield in her coloring book. I brought it home and I went into my playroom. Again, looking for a French kiss in my playroom. I brought it home and went into my playroom. Then I started singing, not loud. Now that I look back, I was doing it on purpose. My brother loves Garfield. Then I started singing, not loud. Color Garfield, color Garfield. My brother loves Garfield. So he turned around to see it and asked me if he could make a photocopy and
A photocopy?
a photocopy of it. But I wanted to color it
Oh, I see. Okay.
and give it to Wendy as a surprise. But my brother is such a big baby. He went to tell my mother, and he's always blackmailing me. He said that if I didn't give him a photocopy, he wouldn't give me back the book that I had lent to Jessie. So now my mother made me give it to him. She probably adopted me, and that's why she loves better Kevin. I hate her and Kevin. Drama!
Yours are so much better. That was great.
It's because I was
That
a
was
loser.
great. I'm probably adopted. I hate Kevin.
The fact that
dare
I
you
didn't
want to
realize that we
photocopy
could
it.
both
Color.
color independently.
And he
Just-
was a photocopy. So it's like, yeah, you guys could have both he could have done his own
We
thing.
just could have both have a different
But I-
interpretation of Garfield, but no.
I 100% understand not wanting to share it. Like,
Yeah.
when you have siblings, this is the other thing. Parents, chime in here. But, like, everybody keeps saying that they want to have multiple children because they want to gift their children with siblings.
Yeah.
And we love them now. We're all adults. But,
Of
like,
course.
when you're kids, we didn't get along. None of my siblings, and all we did was fight. We
Yeah.
fought for our parents' attention. We fought for our toys. We fought for the TV remote. We fought for the Nintendo games. Like, we just fought all the time.
Yeah.
And so
My brother and I too. You know what brought us together? Recreational drugs.
alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alcohol.
Alcohol in my family.
For us, it was recreational drugs and the rave scene. Back when you used to get a page that told you where the address of the rave was, or you called the number and then you would get the address of the rave. My brother and I were doing that together,
Oh, that's
and then we
nice.
started getting along. Yeah.
That's nice that he would go with you and stuff.
Well, I would
He's
go
the
with
older.
him.
Well, because he's the older.
I mean, we'd
brother.
go together. Yeah, he's a year and a half older than me.
I was always trying to get my older siblings to take me to do stuff,
Yeah,
and they were just not into it.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they didn't want me to. I like eventually I got to go to some places and do some things, but we all get along.
Now, in retrospect,
Mm-hmm.
so that's my dire readings for today.
It's good. Should I
Dire
try?
readings. Yeah.
Should I try
Do
one
one
more?
more. Do one more.
Okay.
Read us out.
It'll be a nice, like, relaxing snooze fest to ease yourself.
Get out of here.
All right. 2001. Oh dear. Were we doing chronologically? Or?
It's up to you. This is you know what? To each their own.
It gets dark back here, but let's go. Friday, June 15th, 2001. Well, grade 10 is over. I've had 3 boyfriends this year.
Slut.
I list them. Blank, 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 blank. I won't say them on now. I started going out with blank on Tuesday. He is a good guy, and I really hope I don't screw this relationship up because I always end up dumping them after 2 weeks because I start picking them apart to find their faults. I don't know why I do this, but I'll keep you posted.
And
Love
on a high
ya.
note, keep you posted.
The reality was that I broke up with every boyfriend in high school after 2 weeks because I did not want to kiss them.
Oh.
I didn't want to do the hanky-panky.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
fair.
very scared and nervous.
So this is after that original shitty Walter experience.
Oh yeah, this is grade 10. So that was like
You don't
grade
wanna kiss.
7. So I've been traumatized by the grade 7 French kiss dare
Yeah.
that I just don't want to go there with anybody. But I liked having the idea of having a boyfriend and having a crush, and I liked it.
Yeah.
And I liked the pursuit and like the flirting and stuff. And then I would get a boyfriend, and then all of a sudden like the boyfriend would be like, well, let's do all the boyfriend-girlfriend
Inevitably,
things.
we're at this stage of, oh.
Yeah, and then
you're like, oh, we gotta break up.
Like,
Oh, I see that tongue.
Yeah,
Ew.
so I would find reasons to break up with them, and then I would blame myself for the end of the relationship. I'm like, you screwed it up again, even though I'm the one who like
Aw.
ended it. Because, anyways,
Okay, so
so we can unpackage that.
we can
later.
unpackage that, but real quick before we end, what is the dumbest reason that you've ever broken up with somebody in your entire life?
Also, what is the dumbest way you've broken up with someone?
Okay, I'll tell you my dumbest reason. I dated a boy in college. He was so fucking cute. He went on to be like a big hotshot athlete, very good looking.
Yeah.
But we were dating, and I guess this was an expression that ran in his family. But at some point, he was tired, just genuinely tired, not like to do anything specifically. But he said, "Whew, I'm too pooped to pop." Broke up with him. It's like,
No,
ew!
I can never hear
I
that
can't
again.
date anybody that says that.
Too
Too pooped to pop.
But, all right, I'll tell you the dumbest like way I've broken up with someone.
Yeah, go ahead.
MSN chat.
Yeah.
When that was a thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I broke up. I have 2.
What did you say?
I was just like, I don't even know how you do that on MSN chat, but I did. But it was just like, I just think we're better friends, something like that. And it's not you, it's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But one other time I got his friend on the phone of the person I was dating, and I just told his friend to break up with him for me. And I was way too old to do that. I was like 17 or 16 or something.
Oh dear.
And I was just like, just tell blank I don't want to go.
I love how you're protecting all the.
Because I know I'm from a small town.
Same.
from a
Like
small-
I said,
yeah, but you're
I'll
over
be
in Vancouver
tagging
now.
them. I'll tag them. Check this out. Juicy information from way back when. Do you remember this?
Yeah, no, I'm not prepared to face all of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not that far in the rearview window.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're going to be doing this again.
I'm so
Not every
glad.
week, but I mean we could because we don't give shits.
Yeah, and I'm very interested to hear your guys' comments in the comments below about these
Yeah.
things.
Especially at Tag Barbecue. You know, I'm looking
Like
for some
barbecue.
allies here. We're all my French
Truth or dare.
Canadians.
Barbecue.
In French, vérité conséquence. That's truth or dare. Fun fact.
Sounds very sophisticated.
It sounds so much more. It's the same bullshit for sure.
Yeah.
We will see you next week.
We will have a great week.
Yes. Mwah.
Bye.
That was good.
Better
That's what I say every time. That was good.